what's your favorite video game? I've just been wondering, thoughts crossing my mind right now as we're sitting here. I like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's this fighting game with Nintendo characters. And it came out a long time ago, but I think it's pretty cool. Have you heard of it? No, never heard of it. Really? Wow. Oh. Nicole, what's your favorite game? As we're sitting here. There we go. You see, I only asked you so that you could ask me. I'm that kind of kid. No, yeah, my favorite game is it's Skylanders Swap Force. Oh. Okay. With the reveals of Resident Evil 4 Remake and Last of Us Part 1, there's been a lot of remake talk. And with this always comes the question, are these remakes necessary? This question has been asked for decades. From 2002 to 2017. From 2004 to 2019. This question has always and will always be asked. The answer is usually yes. Reasons usually being graphical upgrades or gameplay upgrades, or just any real problems that could have hampered the experience of the original game. This is why we have remakes of Final Fantasy VII, Crash, and most others. A prime example are the Resident Evil remakes. Each of these remakes are understandable, as these originals have sadly been lost to time. But Resident Evil 4 is the first one I've seen people get upset over. RE4 is playable on just about every single device that's capable of playing games. Except for, the Virtual Boy, but, why would you play anything on the Virtual Boy? So why is it being remade, other than it just being the next one in the series? The same goes for The Last of Us Part 1. This game has always been on modern consoles, so why is it being remade? These aren't really the first remakes of their kind. I'll put it like this. In my eyes, there are 3 different categories for video game remakes. There are the necessary ones that had to be remade, where the remakes are, in most cases, objectively better than the original. Here's a list of some of these games that I believe belong in this category. For the remakes that are better, it is totally understandable, and it usually wipes the necessity of the original, replacing it with the new, modern version. This is what every remake of anything should be it movie or game, or... I guess that's it. A truly perfect remake is a game like Resident Evil 1. This game has improved gameplay, story, voice acting, although slightly, visuals, music, everything. And it might just be my favorite Resident Evil game. Yeah, I know, Dead Aim's a keeper, but just can't beat it, man. The second type of remakes are ones that were admittedly necessary, will never surpass the original. Although these games aren't bad, love you Twin Snakes, these games will never be accepted as better than the original. Here's a list of these games. Usually, the only reason that these games are not superior is because they strayed too far from the original. And while a good remake can stray, it takes a great remake to stray for the better. The reason why remakes like Resident Evil 3 fail is because they remove key aspects that make up the identity of the original, be it story or gameplay. The third and newest category of remake is remakes that have no real purpose, that will never be chosen over the original if someone has the choice to. The only 2 games in this category are Resident Evil 4 Remake and Last of Us Part 1, the newest remakes. You could say that Black Mesa fits in this category as well, but I feel that remakes' improvements to the archaic visuals are necessary to the enjoyment of the overall game, so I won't include it. These games are unique in that their original is accessible to everyone, yet they are being remade anyways. These are also remakes of pretty perfect games, except for some areas, but they don't really hamper the experience. So these remakes, as far as improvements go, are totally useless. But only from a game aspect, as I feel these remakes have a real-life aspect to them that I feel actually does justify their existence. This is where that flashback from the beginning of the video comes in. Because if you remember, that kid, who is real, had never in his life played anything better than Skylanders Swap Force. Not Mario Galaxy or Ocarina of Time, Skylanders Swap Force. So maybe reintroducing these games to modern audiences, making them relevant again, is worth it. Maybe these remakes can give new audiences the experiences and wonder you and I may have had when we first played the originals. I'm sure we all have something that we enjoy that others can't relate to. For me, it's Dishonored and Metal Gear. For you, it could be whatever, but everyone has that something. So newer people learning and hearing about these amazing games is great, because people now think a good story is like, I don't know, Warzone. So maybe they need a game like Last of Us. Because a game's popularity does not in any way equate to its quality anymore. Maybe these games can fix that.
I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend.